Today on Eagle Nation News, we see the cheerleaders at the football games and pep rallies, but what we don't see is the hard work they put in for the UIL season. Casey Boston gives us an inside look.
The Oscar nominations have been released, and in case you haven't heard them yet, Cameron Silva has you covered with what you need to know.
And finally, graduating early is a decision that some students contemplate, but for the students who did, why leave high school so soon? All this and more today on Eagle Nation News. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Thursday, January 16th. I'm Christina Folsom.
And I'm Nate Tompkins.
UIL offers competitions for a variety of sports. What you may not know is that cheer competes as well. The stunts and tumbling are not just for show, but for a state title.
January 18th may seem like just a normal Saturday, but for the Prosper High School cheer team, it is a day that could put a state champion ring on their fingers.
So first you have prelims, and that consists of a band chant, which is a dance essentially, a cheer, and then your fight song. And each one of those can't be any more than a minute. After that, you find out if you're in the top 20, and then you have finals. And finals is a 3-minute long routine with your band chant, your offense-defense chant, your cheer, and then ends with fight song.
My favorite part about being on the UIL team would probably be working with all the other girls on the team and getting to get together and put our minds together to come up with the best routine we can. We've been preparing for this performance in a lot of ways. We've had practice every single day during school. We've been having it on the weekends. We've been talking, taking videos, looking over videos. We've just been doing everything we can to get ready.
My goal for the team this year, I really want us to place, so hopefully first, second, or third place, because we've worked really hard for this. I've been preparing for this by going to the gym, keeping my body in shape, and making sure that I'm physically prepared for this whole competition. With this being my last year of doing UIL, I'm really going to miss the team in general, and then I'm going to miss the adrenaline rush that we get getting on mat and performing in front of the big audience of people.
Friday, the team will be practicing in the morning, have a send-off, and then travel to Fort Worth. Saturday, they will compete in prelims, and if they advance to finals, they will compete again later that day. To stay updated on how the team does, you can follow their Twitter at ProsperHSCheer. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Casey Boston, Prosper.
Good luck to cheer as they compete in UIL. We are now just a few weeks away from the 92nd Academy Awards. Cameron Silva is in studio with your Talent Talk, sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Joker is currently sweeping the Oscars with 11 nominations, officially holding the title for most nominated movie this year. While the most nominations a film has had in its past was Titanic with 14 nominations, 11 is no joke. The Academy Award listed Joker for Best Picture, Actor in a Leading Role, Cinematography, Costume Design, Directing, Film Editing, and many more. But if Joker didn't catch your eye, films such as 1917 or The Irishman might have. Both films tied for second most nominated films, holding 10 nominations each. How to Train Your Dragon 3, I Lost My Body, Missing Link, Toy Story 4, and Netflix film Claws were nominated for Best Animated Feature Film. For the full list of Oscars, you can visit oscar.go.com, and for more updates, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Nation News, and check out our website, eaglenation.net, for past episodes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Honestly, I can't believe Joker got nominated for 11 different awards.
No,
It's incredible.
They definitely deserve it. It was a really good movie. Anyways, moving on. For the first time in history, President Donald Trump will face an impeachment trial in the Senate. Nancy Pelosi signed the 2 articles of impeachment against Trump and handed them to the Senate just yesterday. And the question still remains as to how far this will go in a Senate that is the majority Republican.
Thank you, Christina. Sunday, a woman claimed to be grabbed and threatened in broad daylight on a biking trail in McKinney. The woman told the police that she was approached from behind by a man with a black hoodie who grabbed her and then ran off after she screamed. Police are currently investigating the incident. After the break, Bennett Gibbons is back in studio with your Fast Forecast.
Stay.
Hey seniors, it's me with the Prosper Education Foundation back again to remind you about this great money that we have available, $175,000. in scholarship funds for your class. So please be sure you get online and get that application submitted. It's due March 2nd, 5 o'clock, no exceptions. The website is on the screen and it's exactly going to take you straight to the application, so get going.
Texas has been bipolar as usual, with the tornado warning one day and snow the next, but it looks like we're going to be reaching actual winter temperatures sometime soon. I hope. Brenna Gibbons has your fast forecast.
Thank you, Christina. As you were saying, the weather has been back and forth recently, with today's weather being very different from yesterday's, with it currently being 47 degrees and rainy. This week we can expect rain, and it will keep going on for Thursday and Friday. As the week continues, it will be mostly cloudy most of the week, with an exception of Monday, where it will be sunny. As we go on, the week should stay in the high 40s and low 50s. With your fast forecast, I'm Brenna Gibbons. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Brenna. Now we send it over to Maggie Hill with your Game Time Sports Update.
Sometimes after a big celebration, things tend to get out of hand. The national championship was no exception. After the game, Cleveland Browns player Odell Beckham Jr. was seen making it rain on LSU players. It was at first suspected to be real money, but later statements came out that it was actually Monopoly money. This isn't the first time something like this has happened in the national championship alone. In an interview with the Get Up host, Emmanuel Achu revealed that in 2010 national championship game, the Texas defensive backs were given $1,000 for every interception. The only difference? This money deal wasn't on a public platform, and well, it was real money. The drama didn't stop with the money though. In a video of the locker room, Odell Beckham Jr. was seen smacking the officer from behind. This officer was getting onto players for smoking cigars. An arrest warrant was put out for OBJ in the past hour for a minor battery charge. This is a still developing story, so make sure to check out our Twitter for updates. If you want to hear more sports like this, make sure to tune into Game Time tomorrow at 12:45. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Maggie. We'll have more on that as it develops. Early graduation is not just about wanting to leave school early, but sometimes about preparing for the future.
High school is only 4 years of your life, but for some students, it's even less. Many students graduate each year, but what happens next for them?
I decided to graduate early because high school was not for me. I definitely didn't make the connections that I used to have when I was in middle school, and a lot of people in high school are not mature, so I just decided to get out.
I wanted to graduate early just because I'm ready to be done with high school, honestly. I'm ready to move on to the next chapter of my life.
While graduating may seem like all fun and games, it makes a big impact on the students' lives.
My future career plan is to graduate with a doctorate in psychology. I have 8 years to go, so I wanted to get a head start on that.
I just want to be a Marine. I want to challenge myself and put myself up to the challenge. People that are graduating on time, that are going to the Marines, they're shipping in July or June. I'm going in February.
I have absolutely no regrets. It was probably the best decision I made in high school. The biggest benefit was for me to get a jump start in college. I got to start making new friends and figure out a new environment and what was best for me. And I also got to get more credits already out of the way before I jumped into a university. If you're going through a tough time in high school and no one just is not doing it for you, I definitely would leave and not even just start a college, but just figure out what you want to do for that semester. You don't necessarily have to jump into college, but it also gives you time to figure out what's best for you.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Brenna Gibbons. Prosper.
So my mistake, I just realized in my top story, I said it's the first time articles of impeachment have been handed over to Senate. It is the third time, my bad.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Nate Tompkins.
And I'm Christina Folsom. Live long and prosper.